of the game. It's a rich thing.
Hey guys, ANZ here, and today I just wanted to make a video discussing the collabs that I'd love to come to Grand Cross at some point in the future. I know with the current ReZero collab on JP in Korea, which on global we should be getting in the coming weeks, say 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how things go. We just don't know how Netmarble are going to go at the moment, but it should be relatively soon for global as well. Now, with this collab, it just made me think back to a video I watched by CynicAlex. Now, I'll have it linked down below, but this video, he made a video of his top 5 collabs that he'd wish would come to Grand Cross. So I thought I'd make my own with the top 5 I'd like to come to Grand Cross at the moment. I know the collabs we've had since the game has been going has been the Slime collab, we've had Attack on Titan, we've had King of Fighters, which have all been fantastic in their own ways. Now, I know some of the units have been underwhelming and things like that, but at the moment now, with how things are in the game and the way the game's shifting with Super Awakening and things, and different passives and metas and things, there's a lot of potential there for the future. So I just wanted to go over the top 5 I'd love to come to the game, and I'd love if everyone who does watch this video could comment below what collabs they'd love to see come to the game, and we can have a discussion there and I'll reply to everyone and see what everyone says. I'd love to hear from everyone else who does watch this video, so that would be fantastic. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first collab I'd like to see come to Grand Cross. Now, this might be slightly controversial, however, I'd love to see the return of Attack on Titan. Now, the reason I'm saying that is currently we have the final season of the anime with the last episode of part 1 airing this weekend, I believe. And then next year in January, I believe, part 2 of the final season will begin. Now, in that time, Seven Deadly Sins will have a movie coming out, and also the latest season's anime will be getting a English release globally as well. So it just seems like it could make sense from a business perspective. If you look at it as in money making wise and cash flow and the fan bases and things like that, it just seems like it'd be brilliant for promotion. I know last time we had the collab, the units were quite underwhelming. We had a first transformation unit and didn't really live up to expectations. But now I do believe that Netmarble can learn from that and obviously deliver what we all expected. So could you imagine if we could see Zeke as a Beast Titan and Reiner into the Armored Titan, and then even Armin into the Colossal Titan, and then Peak into the Cart Titan, just things like that. Just like imagine that coming into the game, and you could have a full transforming team, and you could have like different abilities and passives that would come to the game, which could completely shift the meta if executed correctly. Now, do I see it happening? No. But would I love it to happen? Of course, yeah. And I think a lot of people will love that as well. Especially with the manga coming to an end and how the anime, The Seven Deadly Sins, is ongoing at the moment and the new manga's just started. So there's a lot of possibilities there and a lot of areas in which Netmarble can improve on the last collab. Obviously down to licensing and things like that, it can vary, but I just think it'd be absolutely fantastic to see that come back to the game. I know the last collab with Mikasa, Levi, and obviously Eren, it was absolutely hype. Like everyone was loving it. Everyone was over the moon with it. And the free unit we got, SR Eren, is absolutely fantastic. For free to play players as well, like he's absolutely brilliant. So I'd love to see something like that come back again. I think that would be absolutely fantastic for the game itself. Like, imagine just the animations and seeing them mature and having the story rebuilt and stuff like that. I think it would just be absolutely fantastic. So that's the first one I'd love to come back. So that would be my first collab I'd like to see come to Grand Cross. I know it would be a returning collab, but I think a part 2 of it would be fantastic, especially for a lot of the new player base that came in at the 1-year anniversary. Now, the next collab I'd love to see come to the game is very sought after. I know a lot of people in the community would love this. A lot of people have requested this, and it would just be a fantastic fit. I personally think that anyway. So this would be Demon Slayer. Now, as everyone knows with Demon Slayer, there's like Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke, Tanjiro. Like these characters and the animations would be absolutely unbelievable in Grand Cross. Like, could you imagine the ultimate moves and the story and things like that? Like just the characters and how they merge and things, and like we literally have demons in Grand Cross. Like it just fits perfectly. It's the one collab I think would blow any other collab out of the water. Like it would absolutely be fantastic because I can just see the different animations and obviously the cosmetics and things like that. I think it would just be a perfect fit. And I know so many people who have wanted this collab to come to Grand Cross. Like it's unbelievable. Now, thinking about it, like Demon Slayer have delayed their mobile game. So they have a mobile game coming out which has been delayed because they want to improve it and make it the best it can be. Now, they do have a PlayStation fighting game coming out, which is made by Bandai, I think, and that's similar to the Naruto fighting games and things like that. So they do have like things in progress at the moment, game-wise. However, they do also have a movie coming out, which everyone knows about. Some people have already seen it, but that's got a global release coming relatively soon, which will be fantastic. And then season 2 of the anime, the new season of the anime will be coming out as well. So I just think this one would make so much money for Netmarble, and promotion-wise, it'd be absolutely incredible for the movie and things like that. So that's my next collab that I'd love to come to Grand Cross. So after Demon Slayer, the next collab I'd love to see come to Grand Cross is a fan favorite. It doesn't really get much promotion nowadays. Ever since the re-release, it's just gone a bit quiet, and that would be Hunter x Hunter. Now, Hunter x Hunter is a classic, basically. It's a lot of people's first anime. It got a re-release, and it just had an enhanced version of it, and it's a fantastic anime. Like, I would recommend it to anyone. Now, the characters I could see coming would be like Killua, Gon, Hisoka. Those kind of characters would be absolutely incredible. Personally, I think that in the game anyway. Like, it would just be fantastic. Like, transformation wise, animation wise, fan favorite wise, and like it would make a killing for Netmarble. Like, just imagine the promotion that could go with this. Like, obviously the anime is pretty old now compared to a lot of the newer ones, but the amount of people that love this anime, like stand by it and will die by it, is incredible. And they would come to Grand Cross just to get these characters. I know that for a fact. It's like playing PvP with Gon, and I'm not even going to say much in case people haven't watched it, which would be mind blowing, but it'd be incredible. And especially with Killua as well, who I'd personally just be using that all the time. It'd be absolutely insane. But I could see them bringing this in with the story and things like that. It would just make sense. Like, the animations would be out of this world, and it would just be a huge shock to a lot of people, and it would bring in like so many people to the game. Like, could you imagine the promotional work they could do with this, like the cutscenes and stuff? Oh man, I think that would absolutely be unbelievable. This I can't see it ever happening, but this would be a huge want of mine. Like, I don't know. I think it would just be a new step for basically how Netmarble do things with this game moving forward. I think this would be a huge like point to say, look, this is how we're going to be moving now. Like, we got Attack on Titan, yeah, but we bring in Hunter x Hunter. Like, not many people have done that, so I think that would be absolutely fantastic for the next collab. But I just can't see it happening, sadly. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next collab, which I don't think will come as a surprise to anyone, is currently the biggest anime out at the moment. Like, I believe it won Anime of the Year or something like that, but Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, this anime has like taken the world by storm in a way. Like, the animation from Mappa is absolutely out of this world. The characters and the story and things like that. It would just be so perfect for this game. Like, it would be absolutely incredible. Now, the anime is like obviously still ongoing for a while now. I believe the last episode would be this week, I think, of this current season. But Like the characters would just be a perfect fit. Like if anyone's watched it, they'll know. But like you've got Gojo, who would just be, he's like the fan favorite and would be unbelievable in the game. Like, could you imagine the domain expansion in an ultimate move and like just seeing the whole like area change and things like that? Like Yuji obviously, and he could be a transforming unit, which would be unbelievable. Megami with his two wolves, that would be insane. And then you obviously Nobara, Kugisaki, like her and a hammer and her nails and stuff like that. The animations would be out of this world. Like the one thing I thought about as well, like obviously there's Toga and then there's Panda. Now if you look at Festival King, he's already got a panda in the game, right? We've already got a panda skin, so that wouldn't be hard to make. So we could have Panda in the game as well, which would be out of this world, and I can just see that being an absolute killing. Like it'd just be a killer collab. Like imagine the money, imagine the players that would come in, imagine the units and the animations, and everything would just be perfect. Like you couldn't write it, Mike. And even so, they just announced the first movie as well, so the anime is here to stay for a long, long time. And like obviously, people probably think it's bigger than Seven of the Deadly Sins, but imagine if Netmarble could secure some sort of deal with the company for that. Like it would just be an insane collab for the future at some point. And I could see this actually happening. Like obviously maybe not relatively soon, but maybe some point in the year or next year, it could be a collab that would take the scene by storm because so many people would come to the game. Like it would be incredible. So that's the next collab I'd love to see come to the game. Now, we've got one more that I'm going to put on a list, which is my personal favourite, so let's get into it. Now, the last collab and my number one pick is one of my all-time favourite animes I watched when I was a kid. Now, it's currently just started the remake of it, so there's a remake ongoing right now in Japan. Now, it's like the one anime, oh god man, it brings back so many memories, and it's got like some of my favorite characters of all time. So this anime would be Shaman King. Now Shaman King was like on Fox Kids back in the UK, like in the UK for me, back like years and years ago when I was in school. And this anime, oh my god, it would be out of this world. Like I would 6-6 every unit. It's like Yo and Amidomaru are like some of my favorite characters ever in anime. And like the animations of like the spirit forms and like the merging and the swords and the different weapons and stuff, oh my god, the animations would be out of this world. And the fact that this year the anime's had a remake and it's currently just started, like promotion wise it'd be incredible. Like it's all from a business standpoint, because you got to think Netmarble will be looking at the income, the cash flow, how big it is, how the promotion would work, and personally I could see that being killer, because no one would expect it, and it would be absolutely out of this world. Like we could have Yo and a Midomaru, we could have Anna and her beads, we could have Trey and his little Martians, and then we could have like Tower Ren and Basin. Like, oh my god, man, like the animations would change the game. Like, could you imagine Meliodas and Escanor versus like Yo and a Midomaru, and then Ren on one side, and oh man, the actual ultimate moves would be incredible. It could even be a transformation unit again. Like you could have basically Yo go like an Amidomaru merging and Eddie and stuff like that. There's so many different things that can happen with it, and I personally think that this would be an incredible collab. Like it's my dream one. Like it's the one I'd want the most. Like as a personal favorite, this is the one that would blow my mind the most. Now, can I see it happening? It could happen. Like you could see it happening with the actual reboot currently ongoing. I think that's an absolute, like, it's a chance it could happen. Now, I'm not sure what other people would think. I know it has got quite a good fan base and a lot of people do love this anime, but I don't know if it's big enough yet for it to happen. But personally, I'd love for this to happen. Now, I've gone on for all these 5 collabs, so we've got, like I said before, we've got obviously Attack on Titan Part 2, we've got Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Shaman King. So if you're watching this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like if you enjoyed it, leave leave a comment as well, and let me know what collabs you'd love to see in Grand Cross in the future. Also, just like leave a discussion below and let me know what characters you'd love to see, what animations you'd love to see, and things like that. And honestly, we'll have a little discussion in there. I've left some links to my socials below as well, and also shout out to my friend Brad who did all the media for my channel, so I'll leave the link to his work below as well. Yeah, so please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.